with you. It is when they're being chill, little human beings. Sometimes they overwhelm me a little bit. Like my little one, like sometimes you would think this kid is starved for attention. She's like, "Mama, watch this. Mommy, 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 watch this, watch this." And I'm like, "Girl, I've been watching you. Like that's what mamas do. You don't have to say, Mama, watch this every 10 seconds." That's what I've always tried to do, Mama Rita. Like I try not like I really hated even like the fact that I ended up having to ground my teenager, but I also didn't want her to end up being worse off because I didn't. Your youngest turned 21 today. Wow. That is awesome and also scary. I don't know. I guess it's probably not scary because all the things that they're currently now allowed to do, they probably have done at least a handful of times. I learned to listen to my kids when my son was dealing with his problems, and we noticed that he gets angry because we don't give him a choice or we order more. Oh, I almost had it like 4 times. Yeah, I have a hard time. I'm not gonna lie, and I've said this before. I have a hard time like feeling like a good mom, and I don't know if it's because I don't know what a good mom is. And I hate to say that because I love, 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 love my Grammy. But my Grammy, like, she didn't teach me things. Like, the only reason I know how to cook is because my stepmother made us cook all the time. Um, Before I left North Carolina to live with my grandmother, I had 25 chores that I had to do 3 times a day. And, like, that's one of them was helping cook, making tea. Like my grandma, she's like, she didn't want you in the kitchen with her. She doesn't want you in the garden with her. But now she, moved away and I have to upkeep the garden, but I don't know what I'm doing. And then she gets mad at me. I'm like, ugh. So, like, I am always second guessing my decisions as a parent. Because I'm on the this can. If I'm gonna sell these for 7, if I could get at least 10 done today. Oh, Mama, you sound like such a good mom. I think my cousin's doing dishes. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't want to jinx it. Like I said, I think that the biggest problem that I have with Lakin, which is my oldest, is she lost a lot of trust in me um, from being with her dad for so long. Because I was, I was of the thought process that I chose to marry him. And like I said, he started showing red flags when I was 14. And I chose to stay with him as long as I did. Um, and so my thought process was, you can do whatever you want to me. Like, I didn't care. He hit me, he cussed me, whatever. I ain't even getting into that. But you're not going to mess with my children. And unfortunately, it literally took him messing with my children, specifically my oldest, for me to leave. And like, it was nothing like sexual or anything like that. He just he got in her face and screamed at her. And I was like, I'm done. No. But I left in 2019, so she was 12. And she's 15, almost 16 now. And I really do think she gets it. And I think that, like, I question how much she actually likes me, but then she does these things. Like, the other day, she came home at like 10 o'clock at night, and she had bought me another plant for my plant room. Like, just out of the blue, she's like, Mom, I bought you a plant. And I'm like, oh, my baby girl. I did not deserve that. I know. I know that now. Yeah, she bought me a button fern, because I looked at the ferns the last time we were at Home Depot. But I decided that I was not buying any. I didn't buy anything, even though I wanted it. And so Jerica picked her up from work, and they went to McDonald's, and Home Depot is right across from McDonald's. And so she was like, can I run into McDonald's real quick? Or into Home Depot? And Jerica let her, and she bought me a button fern. I know, Rita, but you know, I didn't have a full family when I was growing up, and I really wanted my kids to have their full family. And so I was like, okay, I'll stick it out. Some reasons to be missed, and don't tell me when you're feeling it. But the good thing is, I found me Mr. Bradley, and being with Roger taught me all of the things that I didn't want, and Brad is everything that I do want and everything that I need. Yeah, Binge. I really think because, like I said, my ex-husband has, like, he has 0% say in, like, anything. Medical, dental, health, psychological, religious. He's not allowed to make any of the decisions. And it's supervised visits at his house every other weekend. But honestly, my daughter hasn't. My oldest daughter, the one he yelled at, like, I think he knows he fucked up, because she doesn't go out to his house or nothing anymore, and he wants her to. And I'm like, I mean, I'm sorry, but you have to live with the consequences of what you did. I'm not going to force her to come out. Like, you need to mend that relationship, not me. But I'm like that with his whole family. And I don't foresee it getting any better. I'm sorry, Benj, though, that your mom thought like I did. And I'm glad that she eventually got out and that you guys all have a healthier relationship from it. that gives me a lot of hope that, like, eventually one day, because, like, obviously I've got a younger one who doesn't understand, and so every once in a while she'll be like, I don't know why you and Daddy can't get back together. And I'm like, and the only thing I try to keep her out of it, but I just bring her back. I'm like, hey, you know how Dad was a little bit mean to Mom when she was there? I was like, Mommy cannot handle that. And she typically says, okay. And she hasn't asked in a really long time, too. I really want to go see if Jericho's doing dishes. What time is it? 2:07. Okay. I've got about an hour left. I've got about an hour left that I can stream before the kiddos get home and I start on my mission for the day. I'm not very excited, but I'm going to force myself to go to the grocery store. I've got myself a small grocery list. I'm going to go to the grocery store. Hopefully. I might end up going tomorrow. You want some more of that ham from the deli? That Subway reminiscent ham? I knew exactly what you meant, though, about... Because I tried the same thing. I do not like ham, but I like Subway's ham. And I tried to get Black Forest ham from the deli, and the thick black shit on the outside. There was just too much. It was not very good. I need a pair of snips. Oh shit, I forgot to clean those scissors. I cut on my alocasia yesterday. And I'm 99% sure that I read somewhere that the sap on alocasia is toxic. I found some at Hy-Vee. What is Hy-Vee? I've never heard of Hy-Vee. It must be a store just from your guys' area. Yeah, we don't have those here. I really hope that I don't waste my time with these. I'm going to post them on Instagram later and see what kind of, like, reaction they get. Thank you, Binge. I hope you have some fun getting a little bit of your crafting stuff out. Will you be streaming tomorrow if you are still here? I have been getting my produce from Aldi's, or like when I'm at the farmer's market, I get it at the farmer's market, which is why I'm super excited for farmer's market season. Persephone. Okay, well, I will try to catch you tomorrow morning. Binge. And Bobby, you're streaming tonight? Where did I write it down at? See, this is why I need to have not so many. You stream on Mondays. You're in Minnesota. Which is Central Daylight. So... ...1 hour behind. So you will actually be from 8 to 10 tonight. Okay. I don't have a pen. I'm going to have to remember that. Oh, would you do me a favor? Because I'm a forgetful girl. Is there any way that you can, if you think of it, if I don't show up in your stream, message me on Instagram? Because the problem is I always want to see everyone, but I'm a very forgetful person. But 8 to 9 is actually nice because it will give me plenty of time to get to the grocery store, get my groceries unloaded, feed my children, and I might be laying down with my little while you're streaming. I don't know yet. Use it back together. Symphony, please just don't give up on me. As I wide awake. I appreciate that, Bobby, because I will definitely probably, like, I will have every intention of remembering, and then I get, like, caught up in, like, housework or a TV show, and then I forget. I haven't been watching as much TV since I got back into watching more people on stream. What exactly is a subathon? You have littles that suck all of your brain cells. Exactly. I call it mom brain. I've called it mom brain since I got pregnant in high school. My grades didn't slip, but they definitely were not the straight A's that I had before. I think I graduated with like a 3.75. And I was super pissed about it. I really think my cousin's doing dishes. I don't know if you guys can hear me saying that, but like I'm uber excited. Because I came home and I did a load, but it filled up our dish drainer and I was going to have to get up and do a load of dishes real quick before we left, or either do them after. But I'm pretty sure she's doing it. And if she is, I am going to reward her with her sandwiches from Walmart. I got another one done. I don't know how I'm going to display these. I feel like that one didn't take as long as the other ones have. I also was making sure that I didn't need to raid into you because I'm going to ask for raid suggestions in probably a half hour. I think I will make my next one as a lighter leash. I gotta come up with a different name other than lighter leash though. 6. Because I assume that is copyrighted. A lighter keeper. Well, I guess I could do like a lighter / chapstick keeper. I wonder what else you can store in it. See, now I'm freezing. I have goosebumps because I took my blankie off. I might. When I get off of here, I think I'm going to try to start on my stash jar stuffed animal. What I think I'm going to do... What I think I'm going to do is glue the head. So make the head. I got to find one that's going to have an opening about yay big. And I think I'm going to glue the head on right here along the edge. You can't really see, but it's curved. I think I'm going to glue it along the edge of the bottom of the curve, and then on here I'm going to glue it right all the way across the top. And what I liked about this one, instead, because I was worried about when you screwed the head on it lining up, but this one you would just line it up yourself and pop it on. The only problem is it's glass, but if I'm going to sell a Heidi stash jar stuffed animal, I assume it's going to an adult. And I'm just going to trust that they know that, like, if the glass breaks at all, just throw the darn thing away and don't reach your hand down inside of it. And what are you making this time? Right now I'm just going to make another lighter leash. I was talking about tonight while I watch Bobby stream. I may start on a stash jar stuffed animal. Oh, so it's gonna be a stash jar. It's gonna be meant to like hide stuff in. More often than not, it's probably gonna be 420 friendly. But so you crochet your body and you stuff it partially, and then you stick the bottom of the jar in and you hot glue around the edge, and then you crochet the head, stuff the head, and hot glue around this. I also think I'm sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. I have a jar of etching paint or glass etching stuff. I think I'm going to take a paintbrush and apply it around the edges so that the hot glue has something to adhere to. And actually, I may use E6000 instead of hot glue. It tends to stink. But I know, you know how hot glue just kind of peels off. I mean, it even peels off of my table. So I'd hate to sell it on the jar and then it peel, like the head peel right off. I'd be pissed if I bought something and then that happened. And then part of me wants to do the stash jar as a, like, the little pot Care Bear. But I'm also like, I kind of want it to be inconspicuous as to that it's a Heidi jar. So I don't know if I should put it on there. You say you don't understand. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Place to reach, create, place to rest. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to reach, create, find a place to rest. I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, down with the enemy, a place for my hand. I forgot about that. I found my etching cream and I actually was going to put it on the D-stash in Discord, but it's never been opened because I suck, and I thought I was going to use my Cricut and etch on glass. I might still, for Christmas presents this year, ooh, I could have Bobby cut me out some decals. I don't know. I originally was going to make, because I always make Brad's family's gifts here. I do, for the most part, we make them. Like, I was thinking about etching the bottom of a casserole dish or something. I haven't started the D-stash. The one girl hasn't actually given me any yarn yet because she's going to go through it all, put everything that she doesn't want into boxes, and then message me when she's done. And I'm trying not to be that person that, like, messages her and be like, have you sorted through your yarn? And I also have to go to my storage unit because I have a shit ton of yarn in my storage unit. It's all in boxes, and like I go in there all the time. Like, it doesn't smell or anything. It's just I don't think I will use it all. Ever. I don't think I will use all of my yarn for an eternity. I am going to try to get my silhouette, my cutter to work, Bobby, because another thing I want to do, another thing I think I want to do is start hiding some of my smaller stuffed animals around town. And I have these cute acetate boxes that I bought forever ago. And then I decided to not use them because I figured people like to touch the stuffed animals to feel like the texture. And so I just have a shit ton of these boxes. And I'd like to just put out some of my smaller stuffed animals with like a little note to have a good day. And I think I'm just going to start leaving them in more, like the last time I hid one, I hid it inside of a bush. And I'm like, I don't want to keep going back and seeing if it got taken. But like when me and my kid go to eat at Dairy Queen, like I might stick one in the Dairy Queen cooler where they keep their cakes. So it's not like you can't see it right off the bat, but listen, I have to go to the potty again. Yes, yes. I don't have a printer though to do the note, and I really hate my handwriting. Give me 1 second. Potty break. Oh crap. Yeah, so I have these acetate boxes, and I have, I think, 2 inch by 2 inch by 2 inch, and either 3 inch by 3 by 3 or 4 by 4 by 4. I don't remember. And then what I had done, like I came up with this idea a really long time ago. But what I did was I bought a whole bunch of these books on clearance, these like paper books. And my thought process was to cut out a square the same size as the box so that it has a cute backdrop, and then close it up with ribbon and put a tag on it. But like that also might be too much work, so I don't know. I've never done it. And I have, that is only one book. I bought 4. I have 4 of those books, and then I have a big stack of just loose. Because I buy it when it's on clearance at Michael's, because like I might use it for something. Alright, I am starting to not feel very good for some reason. It may be because I need to eat. So I might end stream a little bit earlier than normal. I might end it in about 5 to 15 minutes. I didn't, but it's I never eat. I only eat once a day. And I typically wait for dinner. But a real issue is like I'm probably starting to get nauseous because I've hyped myself to go to the store all day. But I still don't like going. But I do plan on eating probably at least a small stack as soon as I get off of here, just to hold me over, since I am feeling a little nauseous, but it's probably just nerves. Um, I would, but my kids' grandparents gave them money for Easter, and my little specifically wants to go spend it, and I've put it off a few days, and I have to buy cat litter today because trash day's on Wednesday. I'm just going to go and get it over with, and it's going to be my socialization for the week. Because I almost forgot, because I'm a forgetful girl. But there's a crochet group at my church, my family's church, on Thursdays. And so I wasn't going to stream on Thursday because of that. But then I remembered we were doing Rita's thing. What time do you start streaming? You told me. I have it written down somewhere. Never mind. 12 to 2, and I'm an hour behind you. So you start streaming at 1 my time. And, like, unfortunately, the crochet group is at 11:30. No, it's okay, Mama Rita. I'll probably just end up going next week. Because I'm going to donate some of my yarn to the ladies at the church as well. So it'll give me time to go through my yarn. Plus, I want to celebrate your birthday. I already have a plan. So. Shit, I was supposed to message you my address. And I forgot. And you were supposed to message me your address, and you forgot. We're both forgetful girls. No, I'm going to wait till next week, Rita. She's making tea, so she probably didn't wash dishes. She probably just washed the tea jug. But I also don't want to say that she washed dishes. But no. You did message me today. Okay. Cool. I got a very small birthday gift for you that I want to mail out. She ain't. No, she's not listening. And even if she was, she would probably laugh because she'd be like, yeah, no. Or she'll be like, if she didn't do like more than just the tea jug, she'll be like, well, I thought about it, but... It's fine, Mama Rita. I will say, it is not anything brand new. It's just some of my stuff that I think you would like. And I think that you could use and I cannot. Like when I tell you, I promise you, you will be doing me a favor if you make something out of what I am sending you. Because I bought it and I loved it and I wanted to do stuff with it. But I really just could not work with it. But I know for a fact you will be able to. And I also just really appreciate your support. This is actually Red Heart Super Saver stripes, and this color I think is called Retro. And actually, like, so far, all of these have been made out of it. It goes from like pink to orange to yellow to this funky green, mint green, a weirder mint green, and then it eventually fades into blue. It is sherbet colors. That girl's giving me a good bit of it, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I do like it, but again, I haven't worked with worsted weight in a long time. I really haven't worked with worsted weight yarn in probably a year. You guys ever have a day in which you like feel like you physically cannot get enough to drink? Well, I tell you what, Bobby, I said it at the beginning of my stream, but I don't think you were here. I actually prefer stuffed animals made out of worsted weight yarn. I feel like they're more of an heirloom keepsake. Like, they're going to last a really long time. The chenille yarn over time is going to shed and thin out, and it's not going to hold up as well. However, the amount of time that it takes me to crochet stuff with worsted weight yarn, it's not profitable like the chenille yarn is. Because the chenille yarn, you know, obviously you get a bigger bang for your buck. I could paint my Mothman wings today. Like when I first started, I only worked with worsted weight yarn. And I don't know if you remember the big Timothy the T-Rex I showed you. But if you do that pattern with worsted weight yarn, it actually turns out the same size as the little mini ones that I did. The like medium sized. Your internet stopped for a moment. I'm sorry. Our internet's been acting up today too. It's not right now. And the only thing I can think of is maybe my cousin was upstairs watching somebody called Markiplier. And I had forgot my phone up on Binge's stream. And at one point in time, I had OBS up getting ready for my stream. I had Binge's on my phone, and I had Phoenix Fire on my computer. So I don't know. And then, like I said, she had Markiplier upstairs. So I don't know if we just had like too much heavy hitting stuff going on at once. That's crazy. Um, I was debating on working on a subathon type project. And so I was looking at what technically a subathon entails. And it says the longest subathon ever is by Emily CC on Twitch. And she has been streaming currently for 513 days straight. Gets lost in the echo. Oh, hey, Secret Window or Bobby. I don't know why I'm switching between the two calling you today, but here we are. Where did you get your 4-inch foam for your cat bed? Because I think I want to start gathering the materials. And if you want to do the thing, the only thing is with Fridays is sometimes I can stream later if I take a break. And so I'm wondering if you would be okay with it if you want to like cover out my break, and then if I can't come back, like you wouldn't raid over to me. Like I'll work on my cat bed, then I raid over, and you work on your cat bed, and then if I'm able to, you could raid back into me, and then I'd work on the cat bed again. But that's like if you really wanted to do it. Joann Fabrics, we don't have one here, and I really don't want to pay shipping. Especially on an item that I'm going to give away. But I also need, I'm getting the foam earlier because my grandma needs it for a cushion so she can get in and out of her chair easier. I wonder if Morgantown has a Joann Fabrics. And maybe on Thursday I could go before my show. I know that Walmart does, but it's only 1 or 2 inches and it's not the cheapest. That is if I cannot find. My daughter thinks that the mattress topper got thrown away that I had saved. She thinks it got thrown away, so. She's like, I'm flexible. See, I'm a little less flexible because I got the kiddos. But, like, I know Lakin works this Friday. And her dad will pick her up at, Lorelei's dad will pick her up. And so this weekend, okay. It's supposed to be his weekend. Oh my gosh. No freaking way. That would be hilarious. I might do that. Okay, so I had an idea. So, you know, this is more of an adult themed show. Well, what if I made pacifier leashes for adults that said like naughty words on them? Yes, I know Joann's does good with the coupons. I just don't have one. We had one in our mall, and they didn't stock a whole lot of yarn specifically. It was mostly all fabric. I know. I miss AC Moore's coupons. I bought everything from AC Moore. Loved AC Moore. Although I'm kind of not surprised that they went out of business because I literally like sometimes I swear I made money. Oh, it's already 2:48. Look at me not knowing what time it is. Well, I bought these pacifier holders to do kids stuff with, and then I never did. So, I was like, adult pacifier clips? There are no more AC Moores at all, Bobby. AC Moore was bought out by Michaels. And then Michaels made the decision of whether to shut the stores down or remodel them into Michaels. So, like ours at that point in time, AC Moore and Joann Fabrics were the only two craft stores we had in town. And like I said, Joann's it was inside of our mall. It was terribly small. It was mostly only fabric. So they opted to turn our AC Moore into a Michaels. But the AC Moore up in Morgantown was right beside an already existing Michaels. So they just shut it down. But AC Moore's a thing of the past. All right, this is about the time in which I ask for raid suggestions. If you guys have anyone that you would prefer to raid into, now is the time to let me know. If not, I'll go look myself. This time I am raid running, so I will leave the decision completely up to you guys if you give me somebody. $9.5. My daughter gave me these darn little organizational boxes, and man, are they dirty. Like, I don't even think I can, like... Alright. Mama Rita and Mouse have said 9.5, so that is where we will go for the day. It was really cool hanging out with everyone. I really appreciate all of the love and support you guys give. Thank you, Robert. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for those community sub gifts. Thank you, Binge, for the raid. Thank you, Mouse, for hanging out with me for so long, and Mama Rita, and Bobby, and I'm sure there were a lot more. But if I listed them all, it would be a long end of stream. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get my raid ready. I will definitely snap you later, Mouse, and thank you, Rita, for the well wishes for my afternoon, and same to you, Bobby. I will see you all in the morning. I'm going to stream. I'll probably start streaming about 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, bye, guys.